Okay, thank you, Calvin. Mr. Abdul, the floor is yours.
Hi and welcome everyone. I'm Abdul Rahim. Can everyone hear me? All right. Okay, I'm Abdul Rahim. You can call me Haris. I'm 21 years old from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. So here I am today going to talk about the topics that stated just now. All right. 11 minutes starts from now. All right, so I'm a business administration student in one of the university in Kuala Lumpur, as well as a founder and creator of Ha&Co Atelier, which is one of the luxury goods products, leather goods and so get, as well as a student and fellow ambassadors of an academy in Hong Kong. So here I am today, would like to tell you about the youth or the change makers, especially for the youth lower than 21 years old, below than 30. So basically, I just want to let all of you know that at this point of view that, I mean, like, I don't have any slides to show you, but I'm just telling you that all of the young entrepreneurs are the main, the main creativeness. I mean, for all of these speakers, I mean, for the youth, I would say, the youth are the main concern for me because they are passionate with things that they have been created. So in my opinion or experience in making stuff, I mean, I've founded business before this. So I've seen a lot of opportunities that have been missed out by the youth because they say that, oh, I don't have any experience to go through to make business because I don't have, like, I've never been exposure into any of the theory in business, let's say. But the thing is, I'm here today just want to let all of the youth out there to be courage. I mean, to be brave with whatever you are doing. You know, you have to be sure whatever you are doing, because at this point, I just want to say that all of them are very, very delicate. I mean, all of the youth are actually have the passions, have the motivations to go through. So in my, in my opinion here, that not all of people out there have the, not all of them gonna go through everything in one place. I mean, okay lah, I'll just come down first and I'll tell you how it works. So back then, when I was 16, I started like a hobby business in school. So I tell everyone that, hey, hello everyone, I'm creating typography, illustrations and stuff like that. And I started to make stuff. And I see a lot of opportunities, and people use the opportunities, tell me that, oh, we got something to do, we have murals to do, and I do it for free. I'll design school magazine, the typography inside, all the skills that I have at that time. And then I was self-taught as well. So I used that opportunity to tell, hi, I'm creating a business. But at that point, I just realized how terrible it is at first, because, you know, as for some people say that profits is the main thing that to make sure the business survives. But the thing is, I didn't use that theory, but I just go through it and do it anyway. And at the end of the day, I was a bit hesitate and I left. So that was the first failure indicators when I was in high school. But I told myself, hey, you're still young. You still have time to go through again. So then I used that 2 or 3 years waiting for the right time. I started to go to do a frontline job. So after I got my first salary, so I used that half of the salaries and I start a business, which is Ha&Co Atelier. It's been like 2 years now, almost 2 years. So at that time, I'm definitely have, I have zero skill, entirely zero, nothing, none. So at that time, I was super fascinated with handcraft making stuff, bags, handbags, and I was inspired by my parents as well, because they like all the leather products. But eventually out there is quite, you know, pricey, and it's quite difficult to get it like enough for myself as well. But I would just like work part-time at that time. So with the salaries I have, I bought whole one leathers, and then I just make one. Definitely zero skills, nothing. Okay, no idea what the hell what I'm doing. All right. So since that, I'll creating stuff, and I'll just like make stuff until today. So I still remember there is one time that at that time I have no idea what is all business looks like, because I've never had any theory in. So I learned how to write an email. I email most of the founders out there, all the people that I know. How about you fund? I mean, I'm asking for funds because because like startup, right? So I thought like having an investor or stakeholder would be a difficult game changer for the businesses, but at that time, and obviously they reject all of the proposal, but never mind, doesn't matter. And soon after that, I entered university, and I realized that having a stakeholder or investor in company would be a big problem, because it is like one person or sole founder at this point, at that point. So I just realized how it is very important to you to start a business first, go through everything, and then go for the theory. But that is my opinion. So maybe you have different opinion, but it's okay. So moving on to the next point, the change makers. So as for myself, I just want to say that I've been passionate for youth changes, youth development, because I see that most of the youth students, high school students, everyone out there, younger than me, obviously, have all of these passions that I've never thought of. You know, they are super fascinated with stuff. Oh, I like businesses. I like doing this. I like doing that. But the problem is their passions are not being supported by certain people. Oh, maybe they ask like, hi, maybe I just want to do something with this. But apparently some of them just giving out negative thoughts. Oh, you cannot do this, you cannot do that. And I would say like most of the Asian stereotypical might say that, oh, being a doctor or lawyer would be the best thing. But I think that that would be a bit pressure for the youth themselves, because they are living other people expectations, which will actually not gonna help themselves, yet they're not gonna love things that they can do. So and I still remember most of the speakers. Basically, I've attended one of the own academies future fair, which is have a lot of the speakers from the big companies. So I heard they always say that what makes them goes up there is actually because they do what they love. They love doing this, and then they just do it anyway. They go through all the risks that they never thought of, like dealing with oh, I see camera stuck here, sorry. Is it okay if I continue with the live stream? All right. So they told me that it is important for you to have or to have faith on what you are doing. Do what you love. Do what you think that you can do. Okay, go through it. It is difficult at first. Okay, but from that on, at least you try something new. It is okay if you fail at first. Okay, but learn to stand up from that failure. So I was like, okay, amazing. Okay, let's go do it anyway. So at that time. And as for the change makers, I just want to say, if there is youth out here attending to this room 7 specifically, you guys are just amazing. Okay, I know that I can just do a recording and then post it in Instagram or YouTube about whatever I'm trying what I'm trying to say here. No, there is no PowerPoint. All right. So I know that speech is possible to be told in the other platforms. But the thing is that is quite unfair, because they are not listening. They don't have the passions to go through things, you know. So for those who out here, for those who are here listening, attending these sessions, I think enough to say that you are one step ahead, and you have the delegations to go through, understand, experience what the others has go through. And as for myself, I would highly encourage all of the youth out there, not just youth, but everyone here today, to start develop networking. Because I think the most important part is in networking is actually you create connections between one and another, not just in your country, but specifically overseas. I've never thought of attending, being one of the speakers. I've never thought of being one of the HQ ambassadors of Own Academy, and I've never thought of founding business that I'm currently doing. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Is it either small or big stuff? It doesn't matter, but at least you start. And I think that I also thought that I'm super young to do all of this stuff, but age doesn't matter. I still remember one of my friends said that skills are a gift, but hard work is difficult to catch up. I could do everything that I think that I can do, but the thing is the hard work, the patience to go through that is much more, I would say, difficult, but you need to go through from the beginning. The faster you go up, then it is easy for you to go down as well. So I think that's my opinion on the development. As for myself, in the future, I would say in 2030, I'm hoping that everyone could or able to generate connections between one and another, especially to the youth out there. This is the platform that I think it's very good enough to connect all of these amazing people. Okay, all of you are just amazing, and please find that opportunity to connect one and another, because this is one of the lifetime opportunities, not just for myself, but to all of you. If you have something to do, like, oh, I'm planning to do this, I'm planning to start that, I'm planning to encourage all people, I'm planning to tell the others that, oh, I can do this, I can do that. Just do it. Don't care what other people say. So yeah, in case you have any questions, please just start in a chat box. It would be amazing, because oh yeah, it just reminded me of something. Because of the questions that people ask me, because of the things that they often tell me, what is the purpose of you? Hey Haris, you're students, now you're funding a business, and somehow you're being an ambassador. And I tell them, this is what I do. I definitely, I tell you, I definitely not expecting any of this. I'm not expecting any of all of this. I never thought of it. In fact, I hate everything that related with sewing machines or anything related with that. But somehow I'm making it. Often like that. All grandparents always say, don't hate something too much. Later, you're going to love it. Anyway, you're going to go through it. So yeah, fair enough. But that's fine. So yeah, yeah, do you have any questions you're going to ask here? Hi, Debbie. Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Abdul for that interesting presentation. So now we have arrived at the Q&A session. Please feel free to ask in the chat box.
Okay, I see amazing questions here from
Chu Wenho.
Oh, Chuan. How do you define a global change maker based on your experience? Global change makers. Would you like to elaborate more on that? Okay, global change makers based on my experience.
Can I actually speak?
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So what I mean is like global, because you are the change maker, right? Like right now in Malaysia, and based on your experience, are you going to go forward, go to the next level of being a global change maker, or Or maybe can I know how to define a global change maker with your next steps, or maybe your future plans, or maybe based on your past experience?
I see. All right, lovely. So, change makers. As for now, I'd say that I'm still in the startup now. Obviously, I'm still doing startup business and stuff like that. So as for now, the things that I'm very passionate, I'm very delegated is actually the youth, for the youth, you know, because I think that there is like possible for the youth out there. They have potential, they have like visions, and we all know that most of the youth definitely they're going to do it. Okay, I would say that they're passionate. They don't have like any other meaning behind of what they wanted to do. Okay, that is what I see from past experience. But in terms of planning that I would define global change makers, I tell you based on what I've experienced, and I'll tell you based on what I've planned. So as for myself, I really wanted to, you know, create something big, things that I also never expected, but I'm just going to do it anyway. And I plan myself. I often set that target. Oh, I want to be a part of the Forbes 30 Asia, Gen T generations, you know. But I know that this is not going to be easy, because often all of that stuff is going to be like a lot of things to go through, you know. And sometimes we got like hesitations, how are we going to do this and that, headaches and stuff like that. So as I would define global change, as I would define that, I just want to say to all, not just Malaysians, but all of the youth out there, that's why I say networking. All right, so through networking, one of it is through networking. So maybe I haven't tell you about the Own Academy. So I joined in Own Academy. So basically there's a platform where all of the youth, okay, specifically the youth out there age lower than 20. So they are the change makers. I see that. So when I ask them, what do you think about 10 years planning? We had like virtual coffee asking about what is your opinion about this? What is your plan in the future? What are the empowerment that would you like to do based on your countries and stuff like that? So they use the platform, not just in their country, but everyone in the Asian region, the Middle East, they share their thoughts. And I think that that is the main or general things that I would say that if they make something, if they change makers are the creators that go through things that is not in their comfort zone. They do things that they never expected they're going to do this. So I think that is one of it, and that is one of my opinion regarding the change makers. As for the global thing, that definitely that's a lot of things. You can just say that if I create businesses and go through international, that could be controversial. But yeah, as for the change makers, just do things that you expect, that you're not expected, but you're planning for it. But just go through. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, Henry, thank you, Haris. Thank you so much.
Keep doing what do you mean, Henry?
All right, due to time constraint, that notes the end of the Q&A session. Thank you so much once again to Mr. Abdul Haris. Would definitely like to hear more from you if opportunity arises. Going forward,